I don't know who first said life is a journey, but it's a perfect analogy for life. We've all been on that bus, and many of us still are. But where do our journeys take us physically and emotionally? How long will it take? 100 miles? 100 years? I know where I'm going today. I'm visiting the Hepworth Gallery, Wakefield, an inspirational place I feel I need to visit often. David Chipperfield's iconic building, this cathedral of space, the artworks, all restore a sense of balance and well-being to my soul that modern-day life so easily erodes away and fractures. This is my kind of church. Being here feeds my creative appetite. It's an oxygen tent of well-being, peace and inspiration, contemplation. If only this could be bottled as a tonic for the blues or the melancholic, I'm sure we'd be onto a winner. But wait, engaging with the arts can do just that. I read doctors are advising a trip to the theatre or to go sing in a choir as an alternative in some cases. Apparently participating in the arts can be a tonic and has been shown to improve the feelings of well-being amongst its participants. That may read just like a USP from a radio commercial, but all I can say is it works for me. Deep down, I've always had an affinity for the arts, not unlike a teenage crush, I suppose. Art spoke to me in a familiar emotional tongue, intriguing, inspirational, sometimes seducing, but I always felt it was just beyond my reach. Maybe because I didn't go to art college and wasn't good enough or clever enough to understand, or maybe it was just for the elite and the academics, a closed shop for the privileged few. The arts seemed quarantined off from normal working class life. You were either in or not, the majority of us on the outside looking in. I felt like an art stoker, looking in from afar, not daring to touch. Because of these reservations, I never had the confidence or the ability, I thought, to learn something that was new and exciting outside of my soft comfort zone. When Right Up Our Street came to town in 2013, all that began to change. Modern and contemporary art has always fascinated me. The ideas, the story, the narrative. I've dabbled a little in the past with painting, somewhat unsuccessfully though. But so what? I felt the need to be creative and enjoyed it. This time it wasn't the blank canvas calling, but the blank page. The written word had whet my appetite and I needed to write. For a while I just wrote short pieces, anecdotes, sketches, just for my own amusement, nothing for public consumption. I'd been attending local open mic sessions for a couple of months, never performing, just sitting in the audience, listening to what local people just like me had written, short stories, songs and poems. It made me realise that it doesn't matter who you are. As humans, we all have something to say and share, and it could be fun and inspirational, connecting up with like-minded people who feel the need to do the same. My Damascene moment came when I attended my first Right Up Our Street event. This was a performance trail in Mexborough, billed as the Ted Hughes Paper Round. I'd seen this advertised in the local media, and had little idea what to expect, or even that the late poet laureate, Ted Hughes, had lived down the road in Mexborough, where he was formed as a poet and began his artistic journey. To hear his poems read out by inspirational local poets, and about his literary journey was so inspirational, I felt like I'd seen the light in a new religion. It gave me that nudge I needed to blunt my pencil and start writing myself. Initially, I was just writing for personal pleasure, but after attending a number of Right Up Our Street media workshops, I gained the confidence to up my game and write reviews of events I'd attended. Some of these have since been published in the Doncaster magazine. It was quite a boost seeing my words and name published in there, and the potential reach of this genre. Another Right Up Our Street event I participated in was a small film project where a number of local people had the opportunity to be involved with the making of a film using professional quality equipment and facilities usually only associated with blockbuster movies. This was a fabulous experience of hands-on, getting to work on both sides of the camera, learning lines, performing and helping to create a piece of collaborative artwork that will be a legacy for us all and the community. Participating in these events, engaging with the arts and with the new friends I made has really increased my confidence and social engagement levels whilst feeding my creativity. I continue to write and go to the open mic event, but now I don't just listen, I get up and read. Oh yes, I can still feel nervous, but not in performing, nervous as to whether anything might get thrown at me if they don't like my words. From my personal experience, I feel that the more people engage in community art activities, the more it will help to reduce social exclusion and isolation for everyone. Building a community spirit in getting people participating together to share common interests and goals. I needed an aspiration to get me going, something that I could find a passion for, something I wanted to do, something I could redirect my energy towards and achieve something productive, positive and satisfying. Right up our street helped me discover my passion on my journey. We often look back on life with much regret, on missed opportunities and what we could have achieved. If only I'd done this or I'd done that, then maybe, just maybe. We are programmed not to embrace failure, to avoid it. So what? What if we do fail? We can try again and maybe fail better. But at least we will have tried and never again wonder, what if, at those missed opportunities. My train journey to the Epworth is a metaphor for life. I love to visit art galleries, the theatre, concerts, the cinema. I feel that now I am engaged in one particular art form, creative writing, it has connected me closer with other genres too. One art form is a key to unlocking others, taking the blinkers off, enriching all my senses, improving my quality of life, and together making for a happier and more wholesome person. What lies next? I hope to publish an anthology of my short sketches and poems with an aspiration of one day writing a novel. Everything starts with that very first step, or in my case, that first sentence.